Hello everyone and welcome back. This is my guide to Act 5. As well as covering the main act progression, we'll also cover the two main bosses, Innocence and Katava, both of which caused me major problems when they first came out. I hope you enjoy. As we leave the Act 4 town of Highgate, we enter the frozen wastelands known as the Ascent. Once you get out of the entrance passageway, you want to head up onto the cliffs which form the next level. Having a movement skill which traverses ledges is a major bonus here. Keep heading upwards until you reach the edge of the ravine, at which point you turn right and carry on across here until you come to the rickety old bridge. Once over the bridge, you'll reach a track that looks like it's been carved into the landscape. Follow this around. Note that you don't need to do this religiously, you just need to follow the general direction. Upon reaching the end of the tracks, you'll end up in what looks like an abandoned camp. At this point, head upwards, and then you'll see the quest marker on the left. Head for this. Once you reach the quest marker, hit the lever, and this will activate the resonator portal. Now walk into the portal, and we'll be teleported into the slave pens. This teleportation scene makes me feel like the Terminator, only slightly more dressed. At the first junction, head upwards, and then turn right with the ultimate goal of heading downwards. Whenever we do get an opportunity to continue going downwards, then please do. At some point we will reach a place where we can't go downwards any further. At this point, go upwards, and then take a right, and then resume the downwards path from here. Once you reach the bottom again, go left, and you should meet this boss. He fires these things in a row, and whips you. Just avoid those, and keep hitting him. It's pretty well telegraphed. And once he's down, the ladder will drop. Just head up the ladder and you'll be in town. Once you hit town, apply any skills, and then go and talk to Lani for your reward. If you know what resists you're weak at, pick those. So if we check, I'm weak at cold and lightning. So let's get a cold and lightning and see if it's any good. Nope. Speak to Velatania, apply any gems, and then head out the door to the left to the control blocks. Once in the control box, you want to head until you find the corridor, this thing. You can either find the stairs or do the easy thing and jump through the hole in the fence using your movement skill. You do have a movement skill that jumps over fences, don't you? When on this side, we want to head left and upwards and try and find the quest marker, which is just there to our left, and then jump through the fence. Pick the experimental supplies and pick up the Mayaz meter. Then head back out until you find the next corridor. Once you reach this corridor, use your movement skill to get to the other side again. And then try and find the exit to the next corridor, which will be the boss room. Here we go. So in here, there'll be a couple of ads. Just take care of those, and then you got the boss. The boss uses a combination of lacerate and a load of monsters heading towards you. If you've got an area of effect skill, he's pretty much no trouble. If you've got explosions as well, you can explode all his minions. He fires at you and blow him up that way as well. Once he dies, grab the Eyes of Seal and then head onwards. And we're heading to the left and upwards to try and get to the exit. Here we are. Once we get to Arioth Square, grab the waypoint. We're going to head upwards and head right, and then upwards through the square. As usual, we're only killing blue packs and very large packs that might threaten us. Head up to the left once you get over the bridge, and then round the corner to the right, and then keep going in a straight line, and eventually you'll meet the courts. And these will be marked with the quest marker, as you can see here. Enter the courts and grab the waypoint. Once we have the waypoint, head left until you can't go anymore, and then head upwards or downwards, depending on your perspective, and just basically head your way right at this point until you meet the big courtroom. Once in the courtroom, there should be a load of blue packs in the middle. Kill these for their XP, and then we're going to find a door either to the right here or downwards. Once we get into the court section, we're going to head right a little bit until we find an upwards passage, and then we're going to head down about as far down as we can go. Once you get to the bottom, head to your left, and then you'll find the door into the Chamber of Innocence. Once you get in here, grab the waypoint, The sort of layout for this is pretty constant, so just head left. And once you hit a wall, we're going to head downwards until we find a passage to our left again. Head down this passage into the next platform, kill everything on here, and then head left. And now we want to head downwards until we can't go downwards anymore. Once we can't go down anymore, we head right until we can't go right anymore. Head upwards this time. You should find a load of blue mobs in a room. This is just outside the Innocence fight, so kill all these for the XP. And you should see the door to the Innocence fight. Now there's blue mobs normally in each corner of this room, so do kill them all. And then once you're done, head to the Innocence fight. Before you go into this fight, apply any skill gems. This fight can be very, very difficult if you don't have resists and you don't have damage. Once you're ready, head into the Innocence fight and head over to the edge of the arena and prepare for the fight. Don't stand too close to this guy. He basically just fires that thing. When he does that circle, just walk around in a circle. Every so often, he will phase into this middle phase where he'll just stand in the centre, protected by a shield, and mobs will spawn around him. These mobs spawn for a fixed duration, so just hit them as soon as they come in to kill them. The only time you'll have to move is if they get some personal energy shields, unless you do enough damage to just wipe them out, as I'm doing here. Once he dies, he will convert to Innocence. Innocence is basically the old guy, but with a lot of new skills and a lot more damage. When he fires that, head behind him, and when he says I am the torch, just revolve around him, avoiding him and his minions. That slam on the ground marks where he's going to hit whenever he's going to hit. Sometimes I've noticed he hits behind them or flies across the arena before doing it. That ball is lethal. Get behind the statues, because it will hit those first instead of you. Again, he will phase into the middle and surround himself with new mobs, as you can see. And again, fixed duration, just kill them all. He does 2 phases of this in the centre of the arena, in the Innocence phase. So once he comes out of this, we should be able to kill him. And he's down. Once he's down, wait for Innocence and then talk to him. I'm not sure if you actually have to do this, but I tend to anyway, just in case. Once you talk to Sin, you'll get a bit of a cinematic, first and only one in the game. I always skip it, because I've seen it before, where that statue turns Katava. Go and talk to Bannon, and then run back through the Torch Courts to get your exit. Note, I've seen people do this in Act 10 as well, which is go back through these courts. You do not need to do that. Once you kill the boss in that room in Act 10, you can just log out. Once we get back to the courtroom, there's this guy in the middle. You do not have to kill him. He can do quite a bit of damage. He fires a spike at you like that. Stand behind him and continue attacking. And then he'll phase into his darker self, which will fire a load of dark ones at you. But we killed him before he managed it. And then we head back out the ports the way we came in, so work your way the opposite way to how you came in here. I hate personal defense shields. There's a lot of them in this area. And unless you've got a chaos spell or something, you're not going to kill anything without standing in the shield with them. Once you reach the doors, just head straight back out again. Now in the ruined square instead of the square. And there's rubble everywhere to stop us going back the way we came. This is a fixed layout, so head straight downwards. Once you get to the bottom of this section, head left until you reach the junction, and then head upwards. Then go left as soon as we reach the next junction, and we'll find a waypoint. Grab that waypoint. And then we're going to head downwards, back into the square. Now there's 2 quests in the square. One goes off to the Reliquary. That's the one you want to go to. And there's also a boss to kill, but it's not worth killing, because all you get is a jewel, which is pretty worthless. Now that first boss that we don't want to kill is up here, to your right. So don't go into the passage to the right, which we should find there. Yeah, so don't go that way. Head straight down instead, and go right at your next junction. Once here, head across to the door, and this will be the Reliquary. In the Reliquary, grab the waypoint, and then here there are 3 items that you need to pick up to get a skill point book. These are located in top left, top right, and bottom right of the arena. It doesn't matter which order you do these in, but I tend to go top left first, unless I get the right one first because of the way the arena's laid out. And we are going to get the bottom right one first. These are located in chests, and then head upwards to get your next one. These are all marked with quest markers, so it should be fairly easy to find them. Once we've got this one, we head left to get the final one in top left. If you're wondering what all these extra markers are, these are breaches, and this is because we are doing this in the Mayhem League. Go back to Lani, grab the splash she gives you. If you are using a skill that uses a threshold gem, she may sell that threshold gem. These are a fixed set of threshold gems, so you eventually learn them. I don't have one I need, so I'm just going to grab any. And then eventually she'll give you the skill book for Katava's thingies, and then head up to Valantia, who will give you a skill book for the Miasmeter. Cash in those skill books and apply the skill points. Once we have the skill points, we're going to grab the waypoint, we're going to head back to the ruined square, and then we're going to head straight into the ossuary. In the ossuary, head upwards, and the arena can go one of 2 ways, either left or right. So what we're going to do is pick a direction and head that way. There is a passage off this way, so let's go. We basically follow the path to the very end. I say the very end, this is too far. And then at our earliest opportunity, head downwards. Once we head downwards, head left. You should see the quest marker up there, so you're basically heading for that quest marker from the bottom upwards. Grab the stick that kills Katava, and then talk to Sin. Click the lever to exit, and then exit. You can log out here as well, but there's a crafting recipe there that you want to grab on your way out. So first time, grab it. Head back into the ruined square. Now there are 2 ways to approach this. You can either go back down to the square, or you can port to the Reliquary, and then head across to kill Katava. Katava is always on the left-hand side of the arena, which leads you to the rooftop where you go and kill him. When we head into the square, there is a boss somewhere in the centre. It's incredibly dangerous, so try and avoid it. Once we reach the left-hand wall, we're going to try and find some stairs. And then we find the little ladders up to the cathedral rooftop. Note that that previous area is a fixed layout. Apply any skill points and then head across the roof towards the top of the roof. This roof is not a fixed layout, but it's fairly easy to navigate because you're always heading upwards until you get to the end. You've just got to find the best way there. Once we get to the end of the roof, you'll see the cathedral apex. We're going to enter into here and touch the Cradle of Purity where we stick Katava's stick. Katava will do a series of skills. That slam is one of them, and then he'll do a swipe across the arena. Work out which way he's swiping and head the opposite direction. Do not pass through his arm or it will hurt quite a bit. Every so often this beam will shoot at him, sending him back down, and he'll climb back up again. This gives us some time to just lay our skills ready for the next assault. Note when he's phased. Ow, ow, ow. He's going to throw something at us. Dodge those. That thing is lethal. Those 4 squares converge together. Do not be there when they converge or you will die. Every so often his heart will pop out. When this happens, there'll be a series of adds that spawn. You've got to destroy the adds and the heart. Although you can't really destroy the heart, you just phase it downwards till he picks it up again, which will happen soon. When he's going to pick it up, we throw out any preparation we're going to do, and then as soon as it becomes targetable, we'll fire again. He's doing those circles again, so avoid them. Now he's put some sort of damage over time dot on the floor, and these ghosts travel towards you. Avoid the ghost. And we've gone to another heart phase. Again, kill the heart and the adds. And then we get Katava to fight again. After his second heart, he will be almost ready to die. So next time he gets knocked into the floor, he's practically dead. Now then, you can see the statues wearing off and Katava's being sort of released slowly. He will come out the hole now, pretty much purely Katava. And he will about to shoot us from his head. He's not shooting us, he's shooting the stick, but the shockwave is going to knock us unconscious. I thought I died the first time this happened. There we go. Now Sin will fly in and save you and take you straight into Act 6. When heading to Act 6, we head back down from Sin, who's just taken us off the rooftop in Act 5. You don't need to grab the waypoint, it's already grabbed for you, and then head to Lily Roth and ask her to take you back to Rayclast. She will take you to Rayclast on the condition that you clear the beach, which we will do for her. And that's the end of Act 5. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. You've been watching Altec 2K. Thank you for watching.